Dolynny TV is struggling out of the gates on the video. That's never a good sign. But the Edmonton Oilers in Vegas for game number 1 tonight against the Golden Knights. And let me tell you, the Oilers, a tough task in that building every single time they've stepped in there in the playoffs so far in their lifetime. And it is not going to get any easier tonight in Game 1 of Round 2 of the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. And for some reason, some of you are still confused, and I might be speaking to the wrong people in the live, and I might be speaking to the right people post-video, vice versa, I don't care. The Edmonton Oilers have really one objective here in this series against the Golden Knights early on in game 1 or 2, and it is quite simply strike first before you get struck. I think a lot of you are still confused, thinking, oh, the Vegas Golden Knights are so much better than going out there and purposely injuring Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. I am sorry, the Vegas Golden Knights are above doing nothing. They are above, they will, however you say that, they will do anything to win. You know they've cheated with the LTIR, right? All of a sudden the NHL is talking about changing the loophole after the Edmonton Oilers do it. A Canadian team does it, and we're going to change the loophole. Vegas does it with Mark Stone for 3 years in a row. No big deal. But all of a sudden the Oilers do it, and it's a big, huge deal to start the 2025 playoffs. So right there you can tell there's a double standard with the Vegas Golden Knights. Everybody, I think, already understood that. I don't need to explain that to you. But the Vegas Golden Knights, I guarantee you, every single Oilers fan will cry en masse this season in the playoffs if Mr. Leon Draisaitl gets smacked on the wrist and breaks another bone in there by Alex Pietrangelo slashing him on the wrist. I guarantee you everybody will complain if Draisaitl ends up with another broken wrist. So that's what I'm going to tell you, is for the Oilers, it is only a matter of time before the Vegas Golden Knights cross the line with intent to injure one of the Oilers' star players, whether that be Bouchard, whether that be McDavid, whether that be Draisaitl, Hyman, Kane, somebody out there on the Vegas Golden Knights squad will look to injure an Oilers player. That is not a maybe, that is a guarantee. You want to call me a clown, you want to call me an idiot, you want to call me unintelligent, whatever insults have been hurled my way the past few days here since I started taking up this train of thought, I don't care, because end of the day, it's coming and it's going to have to be addressed. And the best way for the Oilers to address it right here in game 1 is cross the line themselves, do something stupid, soak a suspension, because you know the NHL will suspend an Oilers player for breaking a bone on the other team, but you know the NHL will not suspend a Vegas Golden Knights player for doing it. So in that, what you end up doing is you soak the suspension in game 2 and you move forward and start winning games because you're the better team. Again, I'm not saying the Oilers have to injure the Knights to be the better team in the series. I've never said that. My line of thinking and my line of questioning on this is I am telling you the Oilers have to do it because the Golden Knights will do it if they are given the chance. You strike first, you don't get struck. That's my line of thinking. If you have a problem with that, that is fine. But again, don't come crying to me when Leon Draisaitl's wrist is broken and the Oilers did not take action first here in game 1 or 2 down in Vegas. So that said, to raise a question there in the comments, is quite honestly, the Edmonton Oilers simply need to play heavy. The Oilers need to go out there and smack around the Kings. I said it to a buddy today. The Oilers simply need to go and absolutely run the Golden Knights out of their own building. I don't know what the NHL record for hits is in a playoff game. Whatever that is, multiply that by 20% and get that done tonight. I am tired. I am absolutely tired of the Edmonton Oilers in a playoff series getting bullied. And you know what? We did a good job against LA, but the Vegas Golden Knights are a completely different animal. Again, for another year in a row, it will be the Vegas Golden Knights lining up against them from 23 to 25. They will be the toughest series that stands in our way. And if we let them bully us, it will be done over quick before you even know what happens. So I am sorry. I do not care what anyone else really thinks on this. The Oilers, quite simply, need to be the tougher, better, meaner, crueler team from start to finish in this series, or Vegas will once again have the Oilers done in 6, 5, or 4, whatever we're willing to give them, because it don't matter at this point. Vegas, they do anything to win. Look at everything on their track record. They will do it just simply to win. That's their MO from their team owner. That has been his whole base from the start of this franchise, is get out there and win no matter what it takes. So if you're fine with letting the Oilers be done in the playoffs, that is great and fine and dandy. But for the Edmonton Oilers, it is going to take being a team that's not likable, being a team that crossed the line first, being a team that the rest of the NHL hates in order to win the Stanley Cup. Did anybody like Florida last year? No. Does anybody like the Bruins? No, but they won for a lot of years. Does anybody like Vegas? No, but they win. You get the trend here. Nobody likes the team that wins, and right now the Oilers are going to have to accept that and own that and understand that and go out there and do that against the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm sorry, I know I'm on record here saying I wanted the Oilers to be done after 5 games against the LA Kings. I did not think they were healthy enough, nor did I think that at the end of the day, the guys returning were going to make the impact they did in that series to ultimately be able to push them to victory. Now you got the Vegas Golden Knights. Trust me, after the Vegas Golden Knights, if you don't take care of business here early in this series, you will not be healthy enough to take down the Dallas Stars. You will not be healthy enough to push past Connor Hellebuyck in a do-or-die game where he faces a Canadian team in the NHL playoffs. So, you know what? Like I said, you got to be unlikable. You got to do the unlikable things. You got to do the things that just end up being a situation where, hey, it sucks to be that team. I hate being that guy. I hate advocating for intent to injure. But the Vegas Golden Knights, whether you want to believe they don't think on their side that they're going out there to injure the Oilers, they friggin' will. That's what it comes down to. You know it happened in 2023. Everybody was up in arms. The punishment did not fit the crime for Alex Pietrangelo, and we as Oilers fans will once again cry to the blue moon if Mr. Draisaitl breaks a wrist or a bone in there somewhere again, and that simply cannot happen. The Oilers have to go out there and prevent it by sending a message early in this series. Like I said, it doesn't have to be intent to injure. You can go out there and rack up a playoff record number of hits. You can go out there and do it in multiple different ways. But the Oilers have to send the message that the Vegas Golden Knights, the Golden Boys of the NHL, who do nothing but win since franchise inception and are very unlikable for it, are not going to get away with their shenanigans here in this series. We are the better team. We're going to do it in every front. Meaner, crueler, tougher, stronger, faster, score more, defend more, goalie more, coach more, do it all, and get it done here in game 1, because end of the day, like I said, now that the Oilers are in this to win this, and I did not think they were. Again, if you thought that joke of a team that we watched the final 3 weeks of the regular season was in it to win it, you had blind faith that somehow paid off. Every time I've ever had blind faith in this team, it don't pay off. So I'm glad that it paid off for you. I'm glad I doubted them. Here we are. It's game 1 versus Vegas, down in Vegas. Let's go get this job done, whether it be a record number of hits in game 1 or whether it be breaking somebody's wrist. I don't give a dang about how it gets done. We win tonight. It's all a good night altogether. Thanks for being aboard, friends. Appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, you don't have to like a word I said in this video. I'm a little fired up. I've been reading the comments section a little bit too much maybe today, but it's game 1. It's go time. The Vegas Golden Knights, and trust me, it is coming against the Vegas Golden Knights fans, and that is what I want. I want it all, baby. Let's get this going. Let's see the Oilers. Good old performance from Cal Picker tonight, and let's get this job done this evening down in Vegas. 7:30 puck drop ball game. So you see where I'm at. I'm at the Ball Diamonds. I promise you, I'm watching and playing ball tonight as the Oilers look to take game 1. I'll be watching probably by the time the second period starts. Sorry in the comments section. You know what the plan is there. Let's get this done. Up on, out of here for now.